Hello fellow engineers and welcome back to where we are taking on the reverse campaign. However, there has actually been a new update with brand new legit worlds not made in the workshop. However, I'm waiting for you guys to get some good gallery stuff on there because I love seeing you guys' solution. For now, let's carry on with where we got to. So on to the next world. Which one shall we pick? Nugal Aval. That's Lava Lagoon backwards. Now, quite a lot of these shouldn't be too bad when reversed. Like this one, I think all that's happened is, yeah, the flag and the car have been reversed, so the level is pretty much identical. Now, I seem to remember the cheap way of doing this was like going down to like here-ish and getting a truss underneath. So I think wedging that down there should be good. And then over this side, we just need, I mean, actually might be worth, let's get to that node there. Shoob. So it can probably get away with something like that. Now looking at the budget, we're so high. We've used a lot of material here. So let's hope that it works. So we get to the middle island. Oh no, and then it dies. So yeah, I think that drop off isn't actually very good. So perhaps we try and make this much smoother by going to like there-ish instead. And then maybe we can hang off there. I don't think that's going to be too strong though. It will probably fail. No, we're good. But oh man, this side was not good. So that is the piece that's breaking. What we might want to do, if we just connect to that node, that should absorb quite a lot of the impact. So maybe, okay, maybe not. I was going to say maybe that will help. I mean, or the other thing we could do, we could literally just raise that up a little bit and then just connect those two together, because then there shouldn't be much impact over this side. Shouldn't being the key word. Okay, our bridge is much better over there. Oh, it's actually too steep. Who'd have thought this modern looking vehicle with metal wheels wouldn't have the strength to get up this hill? Okay, so yeah, we need to flatten that out a bit. I mean, we got stuck again, but the wheels are still moving. So if we speed up, yes, we've beaten the system. The power of patience is the twin to the power of engineering. Okay, come on. I'm getting bored now. Come on, come on, come on. Can someone give it a push? Can someone come give us a push, please? I mean, looking at the stress, I could definitely make this a lot cheaper. Is it worth it, though? Because the challenge isn't that much difficult. I mean, obviously, this is steeper than it would have been because we would have been driving down this side. So I guess that's made it a little bit more difficult, but it's a pretty standard level. Oh, no, it's just, I've just suddenly realized we might ground out over this lump. If we ground out, I'm going to be very upset. Right, ready. Yes, okay, we made it for you. So we did it for 16 grand. There's a 34 grand one in the gallery. Oh, so the Nifty sponsored solution. Nifty, who's forgotten how to spell RCE. Nifty, the engineer's brew, which is turning to the architect's brew. All right, then we have this. What is it? What? Why have we got words up there? Where did they come from? Anyway, this is a horrible solution. Only costs 5 grand though, but a dirty, dangly bridge. So yeah, we won't compete. We'll go on to the next level. Yorsa Srochna, or Anchors as Way reversed. So this one, ooh, we're starting a lot lower than previously because we would have been up here and then we just go down to there. Now we've got to drive uphill, and you may notice there's no nodes. You can't even use wall braces on these things. So we're going to have to use the balloon and this bit of foundation down here. So I think first off, let's just get my nodes in for where I want my road to go so I can do the good old shoob. And then with the roads in, we can just build a nice bridge from above and below. Now what I'm thinking, literally just a truss over to there, perhaps dangle it with rope. And over this side, if we come up like that, we can put that in. Now this isn't going to be very strong. It might actually be worth connecting all that together. I have a feeling it might need a big truss on this one, just looking at the budget and how much is left. But yeah, let's see how that gets on. So, oh my, it snaps in half instantly. Yeah, so full size truss, get these triangles nice and big. That gets the truss nice and strong. I think we may also need to, like, I don't know, do a bit of that just to try and support this. Oh no, that was actually quite close. I don't know if there's too much we can do here without supporting this either underneath or on top. I mean, we do have steel. We probably could use steel. What I might do then, I might delete that and then just do a rope over to that piece just to stop it breaking, but then everything else broke. All right, so our support under there broke. I could either make that road or just moving it like I did. Nearly worked, but everything broke. Okay, so a couple things I could do. Make that a bit smaller. Actually, let's watch this with the stress on. Try and work out where all the stress is. I mean, I think it's actually because that isn't smooth enough. If that was a bit higher and there's not so much of a lump there. Nope, still failing. I'm also wondering, do I need like that truss underneath? Because we do have all this rope up there. I mean, Yeah, turns out we do. Okay, well, do we need the rope on top? We definitely need that bit. I'm not sure if we need these two. I've got rid of the middle one. Okay, let's get rid of that one as well. Okay, we need that one. Okay, so we'll leave those two ropes in. We'll leave all that the same. And then over this side, we can spend the budget of the rope, just making this a bit stronger. So hopefully when we get over to this side, yes, everything works. So 19,300 quid. Oh, 19,000 exactly almost. Okay, so before we look at that one, let's head back. Let's try and save 300 quid. So if we watch with the stress on, I mean, I could see that down there didn't go that red. So as you bring them in, you're using less material, which costs you less money overall. So let's bring all these nodes up. Okay, to that point, then we might want to try and lower these. Now, I could try and swap this rope, like, with wood, because that costs 340 quid. If that was just rope, 280 quid. Same with this one over here. If we do that, we're just using wooden rope. Oh, which isn't as strong. So yeah, maybe I have to leave that one on the right as rope. Is that one okay, though? Yes. Okay, next up, these trusses. I mean, they don't go that red. Because we got the rope there, we could probably get away with lowering that side quite a lot. What if we do something like that? Try and lower this truss in the middle. Oh, I'm way cheaper already, actually. If we can just make this work like that is good. But yeah, since we're at 18,815, I think that's good enough. We're cheaper than this design. Oh, it's the nifty design. Of course it is. Oh, that's why it's so cheap. He did no propaganda. That's a bit lazy. And obviously pretty similar design. And that's the only other solution on here. So let's go to the next level. Wavy way reversed. Oh no. Actually, this shouldn't be too bad. I think I did really well in the original level of this, actually. So if we go down to there, unlock tangents, then we can like actually make like quite a wavy road. If we were to do something like that and then go shoob, then that's our road in. We should hit both the stars. So we've now just got to build a bridge to support this. Now I think doing a tension bridge is probably the way forward. So basically we put a node in there using those ropes. What does that cost? 7 grand. Way cheaper than a foundation. But that allows this to be like a sort of like an anchor point, which means we can truss up and do the rest of the bridge like from that middle point, which hopefully means we can do something like that and it might work. I don't think that's going to work. Let's press play. I mean, it holds itself, but it's pretty stressed. Did you actually see the wobble there? So look, as it comes off, it like, I get some air and then slams the back wheel down. So what we might want to do is make this like a straight rather than a curve. And then we just curve a bit more at the bottom. So hopefully we don't get the bounce as much. Yeah, but everything still breaks. And annoyingly, it's our rope breaking and we don't actually have access to cable. So two things I could do. I think one, making this angle steeper by going from that node should actually make that rope stronger. Yeah, look. So we got a lot further there and we actually got to a point where it was the wood breaking rather than the rope. So that's good. So let's just make these a bit wider just to make them stronger. Okay, nearly good. But then this rope broke again. I mean, we could go from there as well. The other thing we could do is make this middle bit lower so the rope goes down further. That seems to have worked, although this is now failing. So I think we'll have to do a little bit of that, replacing them with road, because road is very strong and it's cheaper than... Oh no, this side broke as well. Okay, so it's cheaper than steel, which is good, but it does weigh more. It's going to be a point where it's not worth using rope and it is just worth shoving like a foundation down there. And maybe that time is now. And hopefully we get to a point like that where it's holding. Oh no, last little hurdle. Okay, so with the stress on, you can see it is bouncing because these aren't smooth enough. I mean, another thing we could do, we don't actually need to finish like down at that level. We could sort of do this fairly smoothly over to there-ish and then just drop off perhaps like that. We might need a bit of truss on top. So let's just watch this with the stress on. Now it's not bouncing and it just falls down to the end. Nice. So budget was 66 grand. We did it for 40 and a half. I mean, we use foundation, which I feel like is cheating, but there's only one solution and it's the nifty solution. Oh, and he's remembered how to spell RCE again. What a legend. What a nice little arch bridge there with the road suspended underneath it. Love love that. Anyway, this is the next level. You can see the reversing of this hasn't changed anything. And the main challenge is just building within this light area because you can't build within the dark area. So let's have a go. I think doing an arch probably makes the most sense. Now, the thing is, do I do the truss work underneath or on top? Because underneath, you would usually put like a wall brace in, and that's why underneath is worth it. Otherwise, on top might actually be better. So let's go over to there. Let's start trussing this up, and then let's see how this gets on. So stress down the bottom is flying up. Oh dear. Okay, so there is the issue. So maybe we do just need to go like quite big with these trusses. Now, the thing is, to get these all to reach, you have to like slant them to the left a bit. It means there's not that much scope to make them bigger, particularly up the top. Like we're at the limit up there. If we turn the stress on, we can see how it's looking. Oh, that side was pretty good actually. So I'll tell you what then, let's just delete that side. We'll mirror this side because we know it works. And it's not a guarantee it will work the other way because forces don't always work the same forwards and backwards, but it's a pretty good sign. No, did you see the middle? Just like a little bit of under truss, sort of like that. Now that should add some strength to this top bit. By taking some of the force, not enough of it. So we make this a bit bigger just so it's taking more of the force up there. We may need to go a little bit further, add another bit of truss. Oh, so I think that will work. Oh no, a bit broke. Oh, 2 bits broke. Oh, but we made it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is getting a bit pricey now. So I think delete that. Let's try with the road going to the very top and we do an under truss, like I said initially. So shoop, and then we go underneath. Since we need that under truss anyway, I don't see the point in not building underneath initially. Oh no, that's the downside of going steeper. So we may need to make that like a little bit lower just so we can actually get our wheels on. Really? Slightly move that down. Anyway, after a bit of tweaking, I think we've made it work. Stress goes so high though, 99%. But then we're over. Oh no, then we're over the top, and we're not over the top because that broke. Okay, well this side we don't actually need to do this like lumpiness so much, so we can make this side a lot smoother perhaps by doing that, because I think it was the jagged bits of road making it bounce again. The trouble is now this isn't symmetrical. Yeah, so the forces aren't shared equally on either side, so we may need to stiffen up this side a bit, and then hopefully we're all good and we make it to the other side. So we did it for 15,970. Oh, look at that. Trash can was the cheapest solution on there, but they did it for 19. So I did quite well there. Let's not forget the nifty sponsor solution. Sub to RCE. Yes. Nifty is always full of good advice. I assume that means sub to RCE and not like sub RCE. Like RCE standard is way subpar. Anyway, the next level is called Headspace, and it I was going to say it should be quite similar because like it's a symmetrical level, but there is a small detail which you may have noticed. Look where the flag is. So this where the car would have been. And look where we end up. Can you see it's like it's further away from the gap? So that means the police car might build up quite a bit of speed and it might like jump onto this. So it's going to be harder to like get underneath. Like if we just press play, yeah, it does pick up some speed. This could be annoying. I'll tell you what though, let's unlock the tangents and then let's try and get something that sort of works. So I'm going to leave that one on the right, like at a tangent, just so it's nice and smooth. This one on the left, I'm going to move a bit. I might actually reduce the road length just to try and make it smoother. It will make it more expensive, but if it's smoother, it's going to be less jaggedy. I'm just looking at the height of the police car there and like the height we're going to need to get under that balloon. Let's try shooting that. Right, and then we can just truss all this into place. I think from that point, we probably want to go over the top. Right, so then let's give that a try. Now, the police car is going to be flying. Oh, we made it, but one little piece broke. What if I slightly just change the angles of these pieces? Okay, 2 pieces broke that time. What if I swap one with road? Yeah, that works. That works. 20,000. Were we cheaper than Nifty? Oh, I did it for 19,800. Okay, 1 second. I'm assuming it's Nifty. It might not be. But right, if we just turn the stress on, we're looking for anything that stays like bright green. So, I mean, there's quite a lot that does stay green. I mean, do we need like all of that? Is that doing anything? No, it wasn't. Okay, we've beaten Nifty. If it was Nifty, let's have a look in the gallery. Yeah, it was Nifty. So they did a tension bridge, but it's on cable. Does the... Yeah, look, the police car like jumps onto it. That's why you need cable rather than rope there. So we'll take that as a win. Go on to the next level. So this one is called Yexi Deep. Speed is Key was the original name. So you would have had a fast car up here at the top of this ramp, a slower one down there. And this would have been quite a challenge because you would have had to get B to the flag underneath and then A like over the top of it. Because it's a faster car, it would have caught up and got up to there. But I think because it's been reversed, this should actually be quite a lot easier. So literally what I'm thinking, we just do bridge under there, and then we just got to find a way to get this down smoothly. I mean, unless we could do bridge up to there instead, and then depending on the power of this thing, we could potentially have this as like a cat flap that like flaps up. So for now, let's just try and bridge this up. I think we'll stay underneath. Right, and then we just want to truss this, but have it be able to flap. Now, how do we make it flap? I mean, I could do like a rope like that sort of thing. So if we do that, that car actually goes first, and then this car goes. But hopefully... Oh, no, we don't even have the power to get up that hill. I'm going to say, rather than a cat flap, then, we could just do this as, like, a ramp. Seeing as that car's so fast, I think we're going to have to make this a lot shallower so we can get up there. But if we did, like, a nice, smooth jump and then land very smoothly in the middle, so something like that. So then this jumps, lands on the bridge, goes across nicely. Then as long as this has the power to get up and the bridge is strong enough, which I think it is, we've done it. 20 grand, 400 quid. And oh, there's a few solutions. So we got the Nifty solution, 74 grand. They did a cat flap, but they did their bridge down the bottom, which I guess makes a lot more sense than the way I was trying to do it. Fair play, Nif. We've then got Lidden Fate, who did, jump all the, that's the jump all the way over to there. I mean, their car actually doesn't die at the end, whereas mine does. So technically, better solution. We've then got this one, which is 20 grand, which almost looks like mine. But yeah, they've got a cat flap, and cat flaps require steel, so quite expensive. There is a 6 grand solution. Dangly bridge. Not engineering. So we'll move on to the next level. So this is one where they want you to use foundation because we only have wood. Now the thing is it possible to do this level without foundation? I think I probably did in the main game, but is there any challenge to doing that on this because it's reversed? Like, the reversing doesn't add anything to it, so I don't think I'm gonna bother, if I'm honest. So we want wall braces to make the span a bit shorter, and that's gonna need to be big old trusses, and hopefully that's good enough. It probably won't be. Oh, yeah, there we go. Bit of failure down there. So let's just make them a bit wider. Now, that might be okay, but it might just be too much force down this. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. There you go. Trust in your engineering abilities, Matt. So we did that for 35 grand. Nifty, 54 grand. Oh, but look at that truss work. That is nice truss work. All right, so this level was called Go Your Own Way. Now, it's worth noting A goes first, then B. So did they reverse that? So it was B going first, which would have been on the left. There's a star in the middle, and the flag was over that way. I have a feeling there was something funky with this level, but maybe it doesn't apply now it's been reversed. So I think we should be able to get away with just doing like pretty simple bridge. Like if our road does that, that should be fine, right? I think this is another level where the reverseness has been kind to us. So let's just see, does our first bridge work for that? Yeah, it does, and it gets the star. Okay, so now this side can probably get away with doing that. Then nice big arch over the top, and we probably want a wall brace because the wall brace shortens the span. So let's see whether that works. I have a feeling this car's going to be lighter than the other one. So if this works, which it doesn't, then we would have been fine for the other one. Okay, let's try just putting a bit of road under there. Shall we turn the stress on as well so we can see what this bridge is doing? You can see where I haven't built it like symmetrically. It's not that great, but that worked fine. It's just how much heavier is this truck? Oh boy, it's a lot heavier. That was a failure. So yeah, I think we're really going to have to increase the truss work. Has that improved that side? Yes, it has. This one's going to be a nightmare though. I have a feeling we may need some road under there. And then we're going to have to make all these trusses nice and big. Okay, so over to this one. Oh, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress. I can try making these trusses bigger again. But we're going to be at the point where that's not going to help us. Well, I don't really want to have to go to steel, but I might have to unless I could make this road arch a little bit, because then the road adds some strength to the entire bridge as well. It does make some angles though, which will be a bit lumpy. Like, ready? The lump. Yeah, the lump isn't great. I mean, I could just get rid of that lump. That could be a lot stronger. Nah, it's still breaking. It's still breaking. I think we might need some steel up there. Oh, I don't like using steel. I do not like using steel, but hopefully let's just speed up to get to the truck that we care about. Hopefully that will help. Oh, so close. All right, so you broke. So let's just make you steel as well. All right, and then that should be a win. Yeah, it is. So 22,600. There's no other replays. No one could do this. That's what I'm going to say anyway. So we go on to the next one. Teob Gib, the big boat reverse. So this one should be identical to the original level. And I believe the key to this was just making an arch that your tow truck can actually drive up. And the bigger, the better, really. So let's try this. You can see the boat comes backwards. Love that. But yeah, the actual bridge. Oh, the actual bridge it's worked. Has it worked? Nice, it worked. 21 grand. Again, no replays, but we've passed. We'll take the win and go on to the next level. So this one would have been like an uphill sort of thing. The challenge was there's no nodes there, so quite hard to get a bridge over to it. That might help us here though, because we're gonna have to get across like there-ish. But assuming we can do that side okay, which shouldn't be too difficult, because we can just do like a truss over there, and we just got a truss over top like that, just to like create a node, just so that can like hold itself on there. And then over this side, I'm thinking we sort of go downhill-ish, maybe to like that sort of height, and then we have our bridge rest on the top, like that sort of thing, like that sort of thing. So if we just watch that, we should land on there. Oh, we've done it. We've done it. We are good at this game. It's like I've played hundreds of hours of it. Right, next level. So Red New Revo. Again, fairly easy one, I think. We just do our thing like that. I can't really see the difference in reversing this, aside from a slightly bigger run-up, but I don't think the speed should affect us. But yeah, I think we want something like that on the sides. This might be overkill. And then just a big bridge in the middle connecting the two. Try and make it somewhat symmetrical. All right, let's see how that gets on. We do have a washing machine on the roof, which does weigh quite a lot, it seems. Okay, and what I'm finding, this support down here keeps... Oh, I was going to say keeps breaking. We got away with one there. Okay, so let's just copy this to the other side, and hopefully that will work. So this side... Yes, oh, stress goes up to 99%, but yeah, this side it fails. So all I was doing was like tweaking this node. Now there's two ways of doing bridges like this. One is you try and get like a nice curve like underneath. So as the force comes down here, it's spread equally along all these four pieces. However, if they're not strong enough, you may just want to do what I sort of had before, which was like a sort of stepped solution, because that does keep your equilateral triangles, which are much stronger, but you might just have to like improve like one bit down the bottom depending on the stress. No, that has just worked. Fair enough. It worries me how good I am at this sometimes. Like, I fully accept I'm an idiot, but sometimes I just... How am I doing these so easily? I guess because I have played a lot of this game. Shut up. It's just surprising. Oh, no. Okay, we got this one now, which is a bit of a beast of a span. And so before, we had Hot Rod there, limo there, and we had to try and get across. And I think with the limo, that sort of made it so that arches were really hard to do. I have a feeling as well, the hot rod, did that used to push the limo? Because they go at the same time. Because it's been reversed, the hot rod is out in front, limo behind. So that shouldn't be an issue. So maybe this is easier than it now should be. Anyway, I could do this cheap, but I think as no one else has actually done it, there's probably no point. Something like that might be okay. Looking all right for now. Stress, yeah, stress looks fine. Okay, let's turn it off. We've done it under budget, so that was a very easy solution. Just a steel truss. And the reversing of the level made this quite easy. I can't actually remember what the original was like, but pretty sure... Oh, no, it wasn't the last level. There's one more to go. Enile Art. Okay, so all the vehicles go at once on this one, and we've got to get... I mean, getting you up to there... Let's just turn the grid off again. Getting you up to there should be easy. I guess the original, you went the other way. You started on the left and went right. So there would have been that one and the blue car joining this bridge at the same time, which would have made it a little bit tricky as there would have been a lot of stress on the bridge. But now the vehicles are sort of spread in a way that isn't going to like affect each other too much. So if we just do over to there, go shoop, then copy that down to there, then we can probably get away with doing our little crossy thing. This is usually what you want to do on these sorts of levels. So if I just copy that everywhere, copy 2 at a time to save some time, then I imagine this will fail. Oh yeah, this is the finger trap one, isn't it? It looks like a finger trap. But yeah, I imagine that will fail as is, as soon as the vehicles get on top. Yeah, but then we can, because we got nodes here, we could add some support. So that should make the middle bit way stronger, which means all we've got left to do is put this in. Now, we could do the same crossy thing. I'm wondering, though, is that the best thing to do? Because it might be quite expensive. Let's have a look at the price. So that costs 8 grand. I mean, it should work, right? So yeah, that's quite strong. Got up to 86% stress. Everything else seems fine. Nice. What if we were to just like truss this like as a standalone bridge? So wall braces underneath and then truss over the top. Oh, I was about to say that is a lot cheaper. I've just realized I've deleted some of my bridge up there. That's why it's a lot cheaper. I mean, it is still a lot cheaper. We're under 50 grand. So bottom bridge works fine. Top bridges should also work fine. Okay, decent. I think this was actually easier reversed than the normal. Still, it was nice to come back to it. So the new lag Aval is completed. That was quite a nice, easy one. I did all of these under budget and with no braking. We didn't manage that on the last 2 worlds we attempted. Some very tricky ones there. But for now, we're doing pretty good. Now, I'll either return to this to like carry on these worlds, or we'll check out the brand new world in the forward motion. We'll see how I feel. So let me know in the comments what you'd rather see. But for now, I'll say peace, love, and see you. See you again.